Hey guys, what's going on? How are you? Long time no see. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you've all been well. Excuse me for a minute. All right. So, in this video, what we're talking about is basically the energies that have been going on and that are coming to you for the month of December, basically, or coming to the end, I should say, for the month of December. It's been a crazy year, right? Are you guys ready for this year to end? I am. But hopefully in this video I can explain to you what is going on and why we are feeling the way we are doing. Not all of us, but some of us at least. And let's start out with December 14th. Okay, this is when it basically all began. So the total eclipse that happened the 14th basically was the time of truth. Okay, this is where some of you might have been feeling you've been facing truths about your beliefs, questioning your beliefs, questioning other beliefs, just trying to find the truth in some things. And I have a video coming out talking about dimensions and us going between the third and fifth dimension and all that. So look for that. That'll explain a lot more this will make a lot more sense when it comes to that. So when it comes to astrology, every planet has a different feel. Every planet has a different energy. And the way they interact with each other is the way the wave it comes to Earth, basically, and our feelings. So someone that might be a little bit more sensitive might be feeling these. Others may not feel them at all. That's how they base like horoscopes, what's going on with horoscopes and stuff like that. So again, with this lunar eclipse that happened on the 14th, or solar eclipse, I'm sorry, it was a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius. It made us question our beliefs and maybe even some morals, whatever. It could be different for each of you. But if you're feeling that, that's because that's what happened. If it hasn't happened yet, a challenge might happen that has to do with your beliefs. And it forces you to see, well, not forces you, but kind of makes you take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. So something might have arisen, or maybe it hasn't yet, but it could. That you kind of step back and become aware of your emotions, aware of your feelings about it, and why you're questioning yourself, like, why am I feeling this way towards this situation? Why am I, before a month ago, I was gung-ho about feeling this way. And then all of a sudden, now I'm like, wait a minute, is that the way I feel? And as humans, it's hard to admit when we're wrong about something. It's just the way we are, right? That's third dimension human right there. It's hard for us to admit. But this eclipse was your chance to was your chance to take out a new view, and a new view could be very beneficial to your life. So if you switched, it could be very beneficial. If you didn't switch, it's not a bad thing. It's just you're becoming, it goes in steps. And like I said, my other video will explain this more. But for right now, let's move on. So the 17th today, which it's the 18th now, it's midnight. But the 17th, Saturn now makes its official entrance into Aquarius. Even though it came into Aquarius a little time earlier this year, it's planted here and it's staying till March of 2023. Now, Saturn is all about intellectual and being progressive. So right now, some of you might be feeling to step outside of yourselves and realize your role in humanity. Now, what I mean about that is that some of you that might not have cared about other people. I mean, we all care about other people, but in a mass collection, as the collective, some would say, now you're really feeling it. Like, oh, my gift to the world, I could be doing this. I could be talking about this. I see this with, how it is. So I should really talk about this. That's my gift to the world. Could be little things, helping out your fellow man or woman. But anyway, you're stepping outside of yourselves and realizing your roles in humanity. And you'll see as you do that, your walls becomes doors. And your responsibility to your fellow man or woman is revealed. So we're kind of looking at everybody shifting in a way where we're not just caring about ourselves, we're caring about the whole collective. And we're understanding the whole collective. Now, again, in my other video about dimensions, we'll talk more about that. But right now, it's basically we're growing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But with everything going on, of course, with the politics, it'll be an election year with COVID. A lot of it feels a little shaky and nervous, and it's going to. And I'll bring up a fun fact too that I didn't realize until a couple days ago, that the Mayans with the calendars, and when we switched to Gregorian calendars, we lost 8 years. So this whole 2012 thing, where we were supposed to die, not that we're going to die. I think it's more of a shift. Well, we lost 8 years. So 2012, what is 2012 plus 8? 2020. So I think that might have something to do with it. Not sure. Haven't really done much research on it. But it kind of makes sense for what not everybody, but most of us are feeling, that crazy energy feeling. And I think that has a lot to do with it. So anyway, after this double planetary transition into area Aquarius is ushering in what some astrologers call the Age of Aquarius. And I've seen some people comment about the Age of Aquarius. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal because a lot of us are more awakening to see that we're all a collective consciousness. And we want to take care of that. That's why sometimes on my streams, you'll see me get choked up or teared up about when I'm talking about the collective, because I want so badly for everybody to see what I see and feel what I feel. And it's hard when I'm trying to explain it to somebody and they don't get it. Not that this is my world. It's right in my world. It might not be right at your world right now. But there's just a lot of emotions that go along with it. And that's why I do talk about awakenings and I got a live coming up sometime talking about going through the dark night of soul, because it's a hard shit. Awakening is not love and light and all joyful, and believe me, it's not. And so we're going to talk about it more on this channel. But anyway, Jupiter on the 19th enters Aquarius. So quick thinking Mercury enters Capricorn on December 20th, marking the speeding, read the notes, Missy, marking the speediest planet second sign switch of the month. So that's why it's crazy too, is there's a lot of signs coming in and out of Aquarius that is making everything feel crazy. So this placement, though, helps us get more practical about our goals. It helps us put in perspective and buckle down for the year ahead, basically. So when expansive Jupiter's energy combines with visionary Aquarius's, it's all about looking ahead, thinking big, and embracing all of humanity. Okay, again, that collectiveness. We want everybody to be in that collective shift, I guess. So again, with December 20, just after Saturn and Jupiter enter Aquarius, they'll come together on December 25th and form what's known as the Great Conjunction in astrology. Of course, you guys all, I'm sure you haven't been living under a rock. So you've heard of the, Star of Bethlehem and everything is going to be visible because Saturn and Jupiter are together. But with them entering Aquarius, it's a rare planetary connection that only happens about once every 20 years. And now everybody's like, oh no, it's longer than that. No, it isn't. It happens every 20 years that Jupiter and Saturn come together. But in Aquarius, this is the first time it's going to happen in several hundred years. Now, the energies behind Jupiter and Saturn they're social planets that govern over matter of growth and structure. So when they come together to form a great conjunction, it can signal significant changes for the collective. Again, going back to that Gregorian calendar switch and missing 8 years from 2012, that makes up 2020. So I think we're just all going to shift into the higher dimension. I think. That's what I'm feeling. I really feel it, and that's why I've made these videos, as weird as they sound. So, also, Jupiter is, okay, this is where it gets not confusing, but it's awesome to think about this, because Jupiter is an expanding planet, okay? It helps us expand in growth, right? Where Saturn is more constricting. It's like, no, I don't think so. It's very limiting. And Jupiter is like, Jupiter's like, yeah, go for it. Saturn's like, no, we're going to structure this out. So these two planets are meeting up, right? But with this happening, you get to tap into both their energies simultaneously. So what that means is it's helping with Saturn is helping you taking a realistic planned steps towards amazing growth. And that's Jupiter. So you can have a big idea and a solid plan to turn it into something real. I hope that makes sense. Like, instead of just jumping forward and going, yeah, let's go this way, you're going to plan it out, which in turn solidifies it more, stabilizes it more, if that makes sense. But because this conjunction is happening in the visionary sign of Aquarius, it's not about accomplishment for the sake of accomplishing something. It's about influencing the world and its future with meaningful, positive, lasting change. So a lot of us are going into that helping humanity, helping the world go through this change. So some of you might feel more inspired to embrace unconventional ways of thinking and focus on community work, if that makes sense. So this alignment will affect some of us through the years to come. So pay attention if any themes come up. Definitely, if a certain theme or pattern comes up in your life, definitely pay attention to it. Definitely. Could be your higher calling. Don't know. Also, on the same day as the Great Conjunction, we'll experience another sudden vibe check as the sun enters Capricorn. Okay? Of course, it kicks off Capricorn season 2020. And Capricorn makes us focus on a more practical outcome and focus on like financial security. So it's a good time to get in touch with your career goals. Start mapping out a personal budget and making a serious game plan for New Year's intention. kind of think of Capricorn's energy coming in at this time as a cosmic, like, kick in the butt. It's kind of there to help you get yourself in check to wrap up the year. And the final thought is basically, finally, just before New Year's Eve, we'll experience the gentle but mighty December 2020 full moon. And this full moon is in the nurturing sign of Cancer, which that kind of like, we go through this whole thing that's crazy, right? And then Cancer comes in and wraps us in a giant swell of emotion with a sympathetic touch, if that makes sense. It's beautiful. It's actually pretty beautiful. At least in my mind's eye, it is. It's an ideal lunar moment to prioritize self-care, connect with people who make you feel more comfortable, hang out with your tribe, and allow yourself to bask in feelings. So to recap, you might be facing some truths in your life this month, right? You're seeing the beliefs in a different perspective, stepping outside yourself and realizing your role in humanity, buckling down and worked to prepare for the new year, stabilizing ourselves, right? And also prioritizing self-care and connecting with people, and allow yourself to bask in all your feelings. Let those emotions come through. Let them come through. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it eases some of your stresses of why you're going through the feelings you're going through. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, do leave them in the comments below, because I'd love to see them and hear them. And, well, see them, not hear them. I'd still love to hear them. But, yeah, leave them below, and I will definitely get back to you. Or hit me up on any of my social medias, of course. And like I said, I have some videos coming out, self-care video. Also, the dimensions video, where I explain the dimensions. And then we'll be talking about chakras and all that good stuff, some witchy stuff, all that good stuff. All right, I'm bringing it back to Shadows of the Moon. Screw it. It's all a part of me. Paranormal, cryptid, alien, energies, tarot readings. It's all a part of me. So why not keep it one channel? Screw it. Right? So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you later, and watch out for my lives. I will go lives eventually. I'm sorry. My timing is just screwed up right now. I'm awake during the middle of the night. I think it has to do a lot with Eddie's schedule, Chaos's schedule. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you like videos like this. I know it's kind of screwed up. I'm getting used to the video format and not lives. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I love you guys so much. And again, thank you for watching.